Hello, students. Today we are going to discuss about a new topic that is retained earning. Now, what is the meaning of retained earning? Retained earnings, it is also known as by other name that is pluffing back of profit. So, retained earnings or pluffing back of profit refers to the process of retaining a part of the net profit year and reinvesting the same in business. It means retained earning. Retained means ruka hua paisa. So, retained earning or pluffing back of profit refers to the process of retaining a part of the net profit. Let's take an example. Suppose if a company earns 1 lakh rupees per month as a profit. So, what did they do? They are giving 50,000 as a dividend to the shareholders and interest and so on. Within that 50,000 they finish, and now 50,000 amount remain as an undistributed profit. 50,000 they have paid everything, they have paid their liabilities, everything they have paid. Now rest of the amount 50,000 remain with them. So what they will do, that part of the net profit they will reinvest the same in business, means they will keep it as a reserve. They will keep it as a reserve that this month we have earned a profit of 1 lakh rupees. From that 50,000 they keep it aside as a reserve, and year after year they are doing the same thing. Every year they are keeping some of the amount as a reserve. So what is that is known as, and then they are reinvesting it again in the business whenever they need growth, whenever they need expansion of the business. In that time what they do, they are reinvesting the amount which they have kept aside in the same business. So, this source is also called self financing, as it is an internal method of finance. This process is also known as self financing. Why? Because this is the amount you are financing yourself. See, we can take the example at home. At home, what we are doing, suppose we are getting a pocket money. So, what we are doing, we are keeping, we are saving. We are getting, let's say, 1,000 rupees as a pocket money. We are spending 600 rupees from that amount, and 400 rupees we are saving for the future purpose. If suppose we want to buy something in future, or anything for anything, so that is what, that is a retained earning. Means after spending whatever the things I want, after spending such amount, whatever the amount left, I keep it aside as a reserve, and whenever I need it in an emergency situation, or whenever I need it, I can use that amount. Yes, and I am reinvesting it. I am year after year I am collecting. Suppose every month, then I am saving for 400 rupees. 600 rupees I am spending, and 400 rupees I am saving every month. So year after year, if I save 400 rupees per month, so it will be a huge amount, quite a huge amount, and that I can reinvest again. Reinvest means I can use it for my future, or I can use it in an situation, in any emergency situation. So similarly here, retained earning, or it is also known as pluffing back of profit, it refers to the process of retaining a part, कुछ अमाउंट, कुछ जो हमारा नेट प्रॉफिट होता है उसको रिटेन करना, अपने पास रोक कर रखना ईयर आफ्टर ईयर, एंड री इन्वेस्टिंग द सेम इन बिजनेस। और फिर ज़रूरत पड़ने पर, इफ़ वी नीड द ग्रोथ एंड एक्सपेंशन ऑफ अ बिजनेस, इन दैट केस उसको, उस अमाउंट को अपने ही बिजनेस में फिर से री इन्वेस्ट करना। दिस सोर्स इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड सेल्फ फाइनेंसिंग, as it is an internal method of finance. We are not involving any public here, we are not involving any shareholders here, therefore it is a internal method of finance. Retained earnings are a popular source of capital for modernization and expansion of business. Usually retained earnings are used for modernization, and whenever a company want to expand, a company needs a growth, at that time retained earnings are to be used. Then there are several advantages to the company. Now see, first advantage, it is the most convenient and economical method of finance. No legal formalities are involved, and no negotiations are to be made. It is an economical method of finance because there is no SEBI guidelines, nothing. It is your own amount which you have kept aside as a reserve. So it is a economical method. कोई इसमें amount spend नहीं होगा, कोई लीगल फॉर्मेलिटीज़ की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सो दिस इज़ व्हाट, आपका अपना पैसा था, आपने थोड़ा सा पार्ट ऑफ अ नेट प्रॉफिट यू केप्ट aside. Therefore, it is a most convenient and economical method. Second, the financial structure of the company remains fully flexible. No charge is created against the asset. You are keeping some of the amount aside, in that you don't have to pay anything to anyone. कोई charge नहीं है, कोई mortgage नहीं करना है आपको, कुछ भी नहीं. जो भी ये जो फाइनेंसिंग आप कर रहे हो बिल्कुल फ्लेक्सिबल है, क्योंकि आप कितना भी अमाउंट रख सकते हो. देयर इज़ नो, we can say, there is no rules and regulation, there is no rule that you have to keep at least 1 lakh rupees or you have to keep at least 10,000 rupees. No. According to company's need, according to your need, you can keep some of the part aside as a retained earning. So there is a full flexibility. Then third, pluffing back of profit adds to the financial strength and credit worthiness of the company. A company with large reserve can face unforeseen contingencies and trade cycle with ease and economy. It means that if suppose if we are having a lot of money kept aside, so we can take a little bit of risk for the company's growth and expansion. Yes, so this is what, that it adds the financial strength and credit worthiness of the कंपनी. अगर आपके पास कहीं आपने अमाउंट सेव कर रखा है, मनी सेव कर रखा है, देन यू आर रेडी टू टेक रिस्क, एज वेल एज इट हेल्प्स, इट इंक्रीज योर गुडविल, इट इंक्रीज द क्रेडिट वर्दीनेस. क्रेडिट वर्दीनेस वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस दैट जब आप अमाउंट किसी से उधार लेते हैं, अगर आपकी गुडविल अच्छी है तो आपकी क्रेडिट वर्दीनेस ऑटोमेटिकली इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, अच्छी हो जाएगी. Then come to the fourth part. Retained earning can be used to redeem debt and to replace obsolete asset. If there is any asset which is obsolete, obsolete means bekar ho jana, not in a working condition. In that case, if you are having a retained earning, तो आपको wait नहीं करना पड़ेगा. अगर आपके पास already कुछ amount save है, you can use that retained earning and you can change that obsolete asset. Then next one is reserve created by pluffing back of profit can be used to stabilize the rate of dividend on equity shares. Regular dividend is to improve relations with shareholders. If suppose any of the year company is not earning a sufficient profit, in that case आप शेयर होल्डर्स को अमाउंट पे कर सकते हो अपने रिटेन्ड अर्निंग से. शेयर होल्डर्स को रेगुलर डिविडेंड पे कर सकते हो फ्रॉम योर रिटेन्ड अर्निंग. सो दिस इज़ ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द एडवांटेज फॉर द कंपनी कि जो डिविडेंड है इक्विटी शेयर्स का वो रुकेगा नहीं, उसको आप टाइमली पे कर सकते हो. देन नेक्स्ट इज यूज ऑफ रिटेन्ड अर्निंग डज नॉट डिस्टर्बिंग वोटिंग कंट्रोल ऑफ द कंपनी. इट डज नॉट डिस्टर्ब, बिकॉज आपके पास पैसा भी आ रहा है और आपकी ऑनरशिप भी नहीं जा रही है. यस, ऑनरशिप आप ही के पास है और जो आप फाइनेंस कर रहे हो उससे आपके जो वोटिंग राइट है, जो इंटरफेरेंस है, वो आपका ही रहेगा. There is no one else to take the ownership. Yes, so this is also one of the advantages of the company. Then sixth point is the company can undertake its plans for expansion, growth and modernization without bothering about conditions in the capital market. If you have some retained earning, then if you want your company to have a growth, if you want your company to be modernized, then you no need to worry about the capital market, because you have your own amount to be spent, you have the retained earning to spend. So therefore in that case also, if you need a company to have a growth, then you can use the opportunities for that, business opportunities you can use without thinking about the market condition. Then come to the, see, now they have divided how it is beneficial for the shareholders and how it is beneficial for the society. See, we have discussed first advantages of the company, how it is advantage, how it merits to the company, how it is beneficial for the company. Now let us discuss about the how it is beneficial for the shareholders. First is shareholders of a company having large reserve and surplus get the benefit of safety of investment. Means they can easily invest the amount in the company by seeing that the company is already having a retained earning. So whatever the investment they are doing, it will be safe. Because if the company goes to wind up, if company बंद होने वाली होगी, तब भी retained earning उनके पास इतना है कि वो इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को उनका इन्वेस्टमेंट वापस दे सकती है. सो इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को ये बेनिफिट होगा कि उनका जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है वो सेफ है. Then second is shareholders will receive regular dividend as deficiency of 1 year will be made good out of the undistributed profit of previous year. It means उनको regular dividend मिलेगा without any interruption. Because अगर किसी year there will not be any sufficient profit company को, then in that case also company can give them dividend from the retained earning. Then third, in pluffing back of profit will add to the profitability and company. Retained earning also help the company to add the profitability because it help them to take the business opportunities. It help them to have a growth. It help them to modernization in growth and expansion of the business. So it increase the earning capacity of the company, which is also beneficial for the shareholder, because more profit will be there, then more dividend will be given to the equity shareholders. Okay, now come to the next one, advantages to the society. How it is beneficial for the society. Now first is corporate saving accelerate the rate of capital formation in the country. When there is a industrial saving, कोई कंपनी की सेविंग होती है तो ऑब्वियसली जो कैपिटल फॉर्म होता है कंट्री में वो भी इंक्रीज होता है, उसमें भी ग्रोथ होता है. लाइक जीडीपी जीएनपी, अगर पर इंडिविजुअल की इनकम इंक्रीज होती है तो ग्रॉस नेशनल जीएनपी नेशनल इनकम भी इंक्रीज होती है. सिमिलरली कॉरपोरेट सेविंग हेल्प करता है कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन के रेट को बनाने में या उसकी ग्रोथ में. देन सेकेंडली सरप्लस मेक्स द इकोनॉमी मोर स्टेबल. मोर सरप्लस विल बी देयर, इकोनॉमी विल बी मोर स्टेबल बिकॉज वो जो पैसा है वो सर्कुलेट होगा. Then third, companies can adopt modernization and rationalization scheme. These add to industrial productivity and flexibility. Companies ज़्यादा modernization और ज़्यादा अच्छी schemes use कर सकती है which will be beneficial for the industries productivity. Productivity अगर अच्छी होगी then it will be good for the society. Less pollution will be there, more productivity will be there, and reasonable price will be there. So all these things indirectly affecting the society. Then fourth is business enterprise can produce better quality goods at lower cost. Society at large would be the beneficiary of an increased standard of living. If you are getting good quality product at reasonable price, then a person can afford that. And when a person is using a good quality product, then obviously it will increase their standard of living. And when individuals standard of living improves, it improves the country's growth. Yes, it improves the society. So these are the some of the points which are advantages for the society, which help the society. Okay, now come to the demerits. Some of the demerits are there of retained earning. See students, once again I am repeating, retained earning is also known as by self financing. It is also known as pluffing back of profit. So don't get confused. These are the three terms used for the same meaning, that is retained earning. Retained earning means कुछ अमाउंट ऐसा होता है जब आपको प्रॉफिट होता है कंपनी में तो आप कुछ अमाउंट अपना अलग निकाल के रख लेते हैं, रिजर्व की तरह रख लेते हैं, और जब भी कंपनी की ग्रोथ की ज़रूरत होती है या किसी और इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन के टाइम पर आप वो पैसा निकाल सकते हैं, अपनी कंपनी में उस पैसे को लगा सकते हैं. दैट इज़ रिटेन्ड अर्निंग. ओके, नाउ देयर आर सम डीमेरिट्स ऑफ इट. Demerits. Now excessive pluffing back of profit may result in the following drawbacks. The management of a company may not always use the retained earning in the best interest of shareholders. Sometimes what happen कि ज़रूरी नहीं है company retained earning यूज़ कर रही है, इट इज़ नॉट कंपल्सरी, इट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी कि वो शेयर होल्डर्स के फ़ायदे में ही उस अमाउंट को, उस पैसे को यूज़ करे. समटाइम्स कंपनी बिना कुछ सोचे ही कहीं पर भी पैसा इन्वेस्ट कर देती है विच लीड्स टू टोटल वेस्ट. ओके, सो दिस कैन बी द डीमेरिट बिकॉज ज़रूरी नहीं है रिटेन्ड अर्निंग हमेशा अच्छी जगह ही इन्वेस्ट किया जाए. कभी कभी कंपनी डोंट थिंक एंड इन्वेस्टेड इट इन द रॉन्ग प्लेस, and or we can say invest them in unprofitable fields or spend them wastefully. So that can be the demerit of retained earning. Second, Too much dependence on retained earning may tempt the management to issue bonus shares to the equity shareholders. Sometimes what management feel that let us not give benefit, not give dividend to equity shareholders. Instead of giving them dividend, what the management do, management issue bonus shares to the equity shareholders. मैनेजर क्या करता है, मैनेजमेंट क्या करता है, वो सोचता है कि मुझे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मैं रिटेन्ड अर्निंग अपने पास रख लूँ, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अमाउंट अपने पास रख लूँ, और जो मुझे डिविडेंड इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को देना है मैं उनको डिविडेंड ना देके मैं उनको कुछ बोनस शेयर्स इश्यू कर दूँ। तो ये जो एक उनके अंदर लालच आ जाता है, टेम्प्ट होता है, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो द डीमेरिट। Then third, the practice of pluffing back of profit may be used to manipulate share prices on the stock exchange. It can also, we can say, it can also changes the, it can also, according to the company, it can changes the market price of the shares. Okay, because जब ज़्यादा when we can say that they, when they want the price to be rise, they can make that. When they want the price of their shares should fall, they can make that by this retained earning. So they can use this speculation method. Then fourth is heavy reinvestment of earnings year after year may create dissatisfaction among shareholder as they get low dividend. Obviously shareholders will think कि कंपनी तो रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स रख रही है अपने पास, और अगर वो जो उनको प्रॉफिट इतना ज़्यादा हो रहा है, अगर वो उसका हमें डिविडेंड देंगे तो ऑब्वियसली शेयर होल्डर्स विल गेट मोर डिविडेंड। बट व्हाट कंपनी डू, कंपनी उनको बोनस शेयर्स इशू कर देती है इंस्टेड ऑफ गिविंग देम डिविडेंड। ओके, सो इससे क्या होगा, शेयर होल्डर्स में एक डिससेटिस्फैक्शन आ जाएगा दैट कंपनी को प्रॉफिट बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है लेकिन डिविडेंड शेयर होल्डर्स को कम मिल रहा है। सो इट क्रिएट अ डिससेटिस्फैक्शन अमंग द शेयर होल्डर्स। देन फिफ्थ, indiscriminate use of retained earning may result in monopoly and concentration of economic power in a few hands. अगर आप रिटेन्ड अर्निंग को ही ज़्यादा रखोगे, अगर आप पब्लिक में शेयर्स वगैरह नहीं निकालोगे या पब्लिक से फाइनेंस नहीं लोगे, तो जो ऑनरशिप है वो कुछ ही लोगों के पास रहेगी और वो अपने अकॉर्डिंग ही फिर कंपनी में वर्क करेंगे। वी कैन से मोनोपॉली आ जाएगी। मोनोपॉली क्या होता है, एक तरीके से सिंगल सेलर होता है, तो यहाँ पे भी सिंगल मैनेजमेंट हो जाएगा। उसकी वजह से क्या होगा कि क्विक डिसीजन नहीं लिए जाते, या फिर मोनोपॉली डिक्टेटरशिप आ जाती है कि फिर जो मैनेजमेंट बोलेगा वही आपको करना पड़ेगा। देयर विल नॉट बी अ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इन द कंपनी। then it is a unstable source as profit may not remain in the same of future years. We cannot say कि आप हर बार रिटेन्ड अर्निंग ही कर सकते हो, क्योंकि इस साल आपको 1 लाख रुपीज़ का प्रॉफिट हुआ है, इट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी दैट नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑल्सो यू विल गेट द सेम अमाउंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट। नेक्स्ट ईयर में भी सिर्फ आपको 20,000 का प्रॉफिट हो। सो दैट इज़, इट इज़ अ अनस्टेबल सोर्स। आप इस पर रिलायबल नहीं हो सकते, आप इस पर डिपेंडेंट नहीं हो सकते कि हम तो सिर्फ रिटेन्ड अर्निंग से ही फाइनेंस कर लेंगे। इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल। Okay, then next is pluffing back of profit may lead to unbalanced industrial growth because profit which might have been invested outside in other industries are reinvested in the same industry. अगर आपका कुछ amount of profit है, अगर आप उसको अपने ही बिजनेस में री इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो तो शायद आपको इतना अच्छा रिटर्न ना मिले जितना अगर आप उस अमाउंट को किसी और इंडस्ट्री में इन्वेस्ट करोगे, देन यू कैन गेट मोर, वी कैन यू कैन गेट गुड रिटर्न फ्रॉम दैट। सो दैट कैन ऑल्सो हैम्पर्ड ग्रोथ जो होती है उसको हैम्पर्ड करता है, उसको अफेक्ट करता है। इट कैन लीड टू द डिक्लाइन ऑफ द ग्रोथ ऑफ द कंपनी। So these are some of the demerits of the retained earning which will affect the company's growth, and there are advantages to the society, advantages to the shareholders, and advantages to the company. So I hope you understand it, friend. Okay, once again go through this. Thank you.